All right, what's up? This is I think it's the 19th episode of the Boomers podcast. I don't even know at this point. Um, it's 3:02 a.m. on Monday, April 25th, and it has been 38 days since I've last made a video. So that sucks, and and I'm sorry to those who are fans of me and I haven't been uploading and they're disappointed. I'm sorry, but I hope everyone's doing good. Um, I hope you're happy to see me. I don't know, maybe you're not. Um, my God, it's been a really long time since I made a solo video. Almost 2 months time of me not making a solo video, and it's kind of sucked. Not gonna lie. Like, I just want to get into the reason why I haven't been uploading since March 18th, I believe. Um, it's really just because I this is the first time I'm coming to terms with it myself, but I guess there was something in the month of March and a bit in the month of April where I just haven't been feeling like myself. And for reasons I won't go into, it's not anything bad. It's really like just within me, like in intrapersonal, if that makes sense. It has nothing to do with anybody else. But um, I guess because of that, I just haven't been having the motivation to come here and record, because when I come here, I want it to be a complete, genuine experience for me, and I want it to be like a positive experience. I don't want it to be negative. And if I was to record during that time where I don't feel like myself, it's going to show in the video, and it's going to make lackluster content, which obviously I don't want to make. I want to make stuff that I feel good about, I feel proud about, and videos that can help other people and not bring other people down, make them feel negative and stupid and stuff, you know? But I don't know, I feel like I don't know, I'm already diving into like this super weird deep stuff, but I promise that'll change in a bit. But it was like the first time, oh my back's itching. The first time in a long time where there was a day where I questioned myself. I'm like, okay, you're this person who is positive a lot of the time. You smile all the time. You laugh all the time. You try to make other people laugh. And, you're generally, what I tell myself is that I'm a positive person, right? And that's who I am deep down, is someone who makes other people smile and laugh. And obviously in this setting, a lot of the time that doesn't show because it's just me and the camera. I can't really be funny in that way, you know? But there was a day where I questioned that part of myself. Like, is this really you? And that had not happened since like I haven't had like an identity crisis, I guess, or like a questioning of my identity for a really long time. I've rediscovered myself in different ways throughout like the last three years since I've like felt like I'm really me. But in recent months and years, that has not happened to that level. And then eventually, the answer was, yes, I am this person. But just the fact that I had to even ask myself about that was kind of unsettling, I guess, for me. And it wasn't a good feeling. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. I just think that when in anything in life, when you don't feel like yourself, or when you don't know who you are, when you don't have a sense of identity, you won't be able to do anything positive or good for yourself. Because like your identity or lack thereof can be responsible for everything good or everything bad in your life. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, it's been a rough last month and a half, to say the least. It's literally physical, mental, emotional pain for me. But I just try not to put that on others, and I try to keep it really to myself, because in a way I invalidate my own negative emotions. And I do that because when I think about it deep down, there's someone out there who, if they had my life, they would be very happy. And right now, that person out there has the worst problems that I can't even. If I had those problems, I would go crazy, you know. And they would swap lives right away with me right now if they could. So when I think about that, I'm just like, I am so blessed to be in this position and I'm so blessed to have these problems that I'm having, and to have my form of negativity be an identity crisis or questioning, you know? So I just don't like to keep that negative state for too long. And I just, throughout the time of stress in the last month and a half, I have not felt the need that I used to feel to do this, to set up my camera in my room and sit down and record. But now that I've like moved past so much of that, I finally feel like all that weight is off my shoulders and off my mind, that I can finally record. And a lot of that was this. Frick. This right here. Hope you can read that. These are my exams, which first one is was my bio exam on April 19th, my chem exam on April 21st, my psych exam from April 21st to 22nd, which was like a window to do it. And my calc exam, which was kind of yesterday, if you don't count the 3 hours of today, April 23rd. And then my last exam, which is my physics exam, on the 28th. So I finished 4 out of 5 of my exams in this exam period. And that is completely like removed, not completely, but removed a lot of stress from my life. And I really like that, because like 1 week ago, on April 18th, let's say, I was extremely stressed for all these, just knowing that this was in the future and that was ahead of me. That was freaking terrible. But screw that, they're all done except for physics, and they gave us a huge gap between math and physics, so I can study for that a lot and don't have to be too worried about it. But it was this semester was a mess. The way they organized this and the consequences of that on students was terrible. They had January and February were online, and then March and April were in person, which I don't understand. I understand the need, the desire to return back to in-person classes for some people out there, but I think that you need to remain consistent. You need to either start online and end online, or start in person, end in person. You need to keep it all one. You need to keep that same energy, you know? But like, you can't keep flip-flopping between like your course delivery. Just keep it the same, and then, or like at least have like some sort of option, you know? I don't know. I hate that. So then I had 2 in-person exams, and then 2 online so far, and physics is online. And then exam season, it's not a fun time, but when I think about it in the end, I always have to remember that this is all my fault, because I'm the one who made the choice to even continue school after high school, to have a post-secondary education. I'm making that choice. And on top of that, I'm making the choices to have all these classes, take 5 classes in a semester. That's my choice. And on top of that, you know, even with making these videos, like my decision to not posting for so long was also my choice. So like, I am the only person I have to blame for any of my problems or anything wrong with me, or anything. Because, like, even if someone else does something to me, I talked about this in the third episode, that I have the power to choose how I want that to affect me. That's the one thing that no matter what happens in the world, what people can't take away from you, is how you want to let things affect you. And I chose to let the things that affected me, I let those things affect me, you know? So that's my fault. I could have chosen to not let that happen. And in the future, I won't. Because I'm going to prevent that thing from happening in the first place. So that's just what I've been thinking, man. Like, I think so negatively sometimes, but the root of all that negativity is my own actions and my own choices. So I have to be responsible in that sense. I can't push this on someone else or make it about someone else. It's my fault, man, you know? And it feels good to accept that and to take responsibility for my own actions, my own choices, and to not blame that on someone else, because that's stupid. But yeah, I have a list right here of just literally 5 lines, like 5 bullet points, just things to talk about. But I went to the mall today. I want to show you what I got. I got this, it's just a long sleeve shirt from H&M that's white, nothing special. But I also got these from H&M. I love H&M. It's so nice. I got these pants. They're like some blue weird thing, not like jeans or anything. But I got that. And then I got this, which is like a I don't know. I like this one a lot. Orange stripes. I like, if you can't tell already, I like the color orange a lot. And I think that stripes look cool in shirts. And then I also got this right here. Looks like a freaking desert, like a army camo in the desert or something. I don't know. But I went out to the mall today. First thing I did, I woke up at like 11:30 probably, or something like that. I think 11:50 maybe. And that's because it's Ramadan, you know. I eat breakfast and then at like 4 a.m. or something, then go to sleep, and then I wake up late. That's just now. That's good. That's how it's gonna be until May 1st. But I did that because I'm done with this. I'm done with this exam stuff, bro. I'm done with waking up early. I'm done with all this. I'm just gonna be, from now on, I'm just gonna study whenever I want for this physics test, and I'm just gonna study good, whatever. Screw it. But I woke up 11:50 something. We went to the mall at like 1, came out at 5, bought a lot of stuff, and then came home, took a 45-minute nap, played basketball, which for like an hour and a half, and this is all while fasting. So by the end of the basketball session, I was completely like just destroyed physically. And I had a really bad headache and stuff, and then got home, ate like crazy, and then I've just been playing video games, man, because I'm just so, I need, like, if I could explain to people watching what kind of stress I've been through the last, especially this month, like I think aside from today and one other day, like in like April 15th or something, or like April 12th or something, though, besides those 2 days, every other day of this month has been straight up studying, and push that back even into like the last like week of March. So basically one entire month I've spent studying like 3 to 6 hours a day, somewhere in between there, every single day. So I'm just so done with this. I can't wait to be done. And by the time I'm done, which is April 28th, I'm going to be 2 days away from being on the other side of the world. So this is a little sneak peek for people who are listening. Um, the next episode will not be in this room, or maybe it might not be the next episode. Maybe the episode after this one. It's either gonna be one or the other. I'm gonna be across the world, and you'll see where, and it'll be fun. It's gonna be really fun, inshallah. I can't wait, cause I need to change things. I need to change my environment. I'm too sick of this, bro. 8 months straight with a 17. No. I think my break in the winter was like 16 days. A 16-day break in between. I'm done, dude. I'm so exhausted, and I need a break. So that's coming, and I don't want to get too much into it because I want it to be cool. I want it to be a bigger surprise. Some people know, like my close friend and family, they know what I'm doing, but for the sake of this channel, I want to make it a surprise. Some other things that have been going on are it's Ramadan right now, so I have been fasting. And by the way, if you haven't seen my second channel and my vlog that I made for the first day of Ramadan, you should go check that out. You can click the link in the description and find the link that says the Bloomers Bouncy Castle. Stupid name, I know. I just wanted to make it for fun. And you can watch the latest video on there, which is the first day of Ramadan. And you can see my experience in the first day. But it has been good, you know. First and last week are always really tough in Ramadan, but the middle two are like some of the best times ever. Historically, I feel like for me, like the last week of Ramadan is where the first and last week I have a lot of headaches and just physical pain from the adjustment, because the first week you're going from eating, drinking in the day to just, you know, you can't eat anything during the day at all, and you can only eat at night, which obviously messes with your body and at the start. But as I said in the vlog, it's like the best reset I could ever ask for. And it is actually, Ramadan has actually helped me a lot this month, because the whole month of March was completely stress filled for me, and a bunch of this month was too, and this month has been Ramadan. But just being around, waking up with my family, eating with my family, and then breaking my fast with my family, and then hanging out with my family after I break my fast, that has been so nice. And that has been something that, like, obviously my family is like the biggest what do you call it? I don't know, healer for my mental health, I guess. So when I spend time with them, obviously that's gonna be like high dopamine times. I don't know what you call it, but it's been freaking good, man. Hasn't been my favorite Ramadan. The first Ramadan I ever did was in 2017, and I was in grade 8, and I was 14 when I did my first full Ramadan, and that one was my favorite because, you know, it was just in a good time. If you've kept up with my videos, you know that I love my junior high days, and that was grade 8, which is obviously junior high, and man, that was such good times. And the first Ramadan is just, when you're young and you don't have like this stuff to worry about, like this studying stuff, that's when Ramadan is like the best, I feel like. Or maybe when you're middle-aged too and grown up, it still slaps, because you're done your work and then you can just relax and sleep. I don't know. I love that Ramadan. And here's a funny story about that Ramadan that I just thought about. So basically, it was LA class, okay? And grade 8. So you can imagine, we've all been through, 8th grade. We know what it's like. Everyone's super immature. Boys are squeaky and loud, and girls are just annoyed all the time with the boys, and at least that's my experience. Okay, sorry to everyone in my class who I insulted, but basically, it's this girl's birthday, okay, and then she's handing out cupcakes. So I completely forgot that it was Ramadan. I just, because like I said, oh my god, we're like in LA class, right? And I'm like, oh my god, it's your birthday. Okay, I'll take. And then she's handing out like these sugar cookies to everybody, and then I'm like, hey, yeah, why not? I'll take it. And no one really, I don't think people really knew what fasting was, like my classmates in general, but my friends knew I was fasting, and they didn't really think anything of it until I took a bite out of the cookie, and I was like about to swallow it. And one of my friends is just like, "Aren't you fasting?" And then I go run to the freaking corner and I spit out the cookie. And everyone at this point, they're like, "What the hell is this kid doing? Like, why would you spit out, like, because imagine what they're thinking. Someone just ran up to the garbage and spat out this girl's cookie who she kindly gave it to everyone on her birthday, and now he's spitting it out." So everyone is freaked out by that. And then my teacher was like, "What's happening?" And then I'm like, "Oh, I'm fasting." And then I ran to the washroom and freaking got it all off my tongue and off my mouth. But yeah, that's funny. Afterwards she's like, "I thought you were having an allergic reaction. I got scared." But yeah, it was really just me accidentally breaking my fast. But when you accidentally break your fast, it's all good. It doesn't matter. I've as long as you don't break it intentionally, I've drank water like 3 times in my life while fasting, and I just realized after that, frick, I broke my fast. But you don't actually break it if it's accidental, which is so cool. I think that's like one of the coolest things about Ramadan, I guess. As much as it might seem like Ramadan is a punishment on Muslims, it's really not. They might seem like, it's brutal and it's stupid. But I personally really enjoy it because, as I said before, it's like my reset and my time to look at every part of my life and just figure out, what can I do better? Which that should always be a thing, and it always is something that I do. But Ramadan is where physically you have like a huge change, obviously, because you're not eating during the day or drinking during the day, which is something that normal people do. And when you have that physical removal from your life, I feel like it also gives you more, perspective on what's going on up here. So Ramadan is like the best time for any type of change that you want to make in your life. And that includes something physical. Like, I've been exercising even through Ramadan, and I've been playing like I've been playing basketball, like I said earlier. And even that is something that started just because of Ramadan. Like, I mean, the weather like hasn't been good, so that's also been contributing, but you know what I mean? Like, you can introduce change in that way. But I found this cool Instagram post that I saw someone post on their story about what happens to your body in Ramadan. And I thought it was cool, so I'm just going to go over it here. And a lot of this stuff I didn't really know either. So, like, during the first couple days, it says that your blood sugar level drops, obviously, and your blood pressure drops, which is actually good for people who have, like, heart problems and stuff, And the body starts the cleansing process. And the first days are hard. You're going to have headaches, nausea, you're going to be dizzy, which dizziness happens when you get up really quick. But headaches, for me, I have really bad headaches pretty much every day. But once I finally drink and eat, it's completely gone. And then, here it says second stage, body becomes accustomed to the fasting schedule, and the digestive system is able to rest. And the body focuses its energy on cleansing the body and healing the cells. Organs start the repair process. So this is literally like a full-on repair of your internal organs and your mind too. Because when you're in Ramadan, you're not only abstaining from food, you're abstaining from all kinds of things like you could bad music, sex, um thing like obscene talk. I guess that's the way you can say it, like, and cussing, it's all these things that, not all those things are always bad, but it's like there are also things that can negatively impact you if used the wrong way, and it's good to just get a removal from all those things and help your body, rejuvenate. I think it makes sense, and I love that. I love that change. I'm a big change person. And then third stage, your energy levels increase, your mind's able to concentrate better, and you have a feeling of wellness overtakes you, which, that feeling is amazing, man. Like, it takes 3 weeks for me, but when it gets to that stage, it's fire. And then this is that in the last days of fasting, your body becomes more energetic, and your memory and concentration improve. Organs finish the healing process, and toxins are eliminated from the body to function at maximum capacity. I don't agree with that. Like, the way my experience has been, it's historically been that the last week is really hard. And yesterday was the absolute, like, worst fast I've ever done. It was because I played like crazy basketball on like 2 cups of water, which, obviously you shouldn't do. And I shouldn't even be playing basketball in the first place, but I need to keep exercising. But yeah, these are the physical benefits. At the end, it says, these are the physical benefits you'll experience during Ramadan. And obviously the spiritual benefits and the religious benefits outweigh any of that. And I really agree with that, because if Ramadan is not just about food. It's not just about, it's not just about food. It's not just about your body. It's about God too. It's about building your relationship with God, and not just doing what is practical and what's easy, which is just praying and just reading Quran. That's a part of it, but building a relationship with God is beyond that, because it's hard to talk. It's hard to explain. I just realized it's hard to explain, but when you do what just everyone else does, what sets you apart? That applies to many things, but I feel like that also applies to man and God. It's like, if you just straight up pray and read Quran, and like that's your, and like you don't have any relationship with like your family, or like you still externally sin from, like, apart from that, there's like no point of living your life. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not sure I'm even saying it correctly, because it's late and I'm it's a different version of me at this time. But yeah, I like Ramadan a lot. I love Ramadan. 2020 Ramadan was also fire. I don't think I mentioned that. I mentioned the 2017 one, but I love that Ramadan. The first quarantine Ramadan was so sick. But yeah, Ramadan is awesome. This video has been pretty much a huge mess. I'm just talking about completely random things, and that's, kind of the point of this channel, is just for me to, like, at the end of the day, when I think about it, one of the goals in the background is to grow as in a YouTube channel, grow. But the main point of this channel is to give me a place to talk about things and just get things off my mind, because it really helps. And this oh my god, this already has helped me feel better. And even though I've already been, on this gradual upward slope the past literally the past 36 hours, this has just helped me even more. And that's the function of this channel. I feel like the main function of this channel. And then, you know, people who want to join in on that and, you know, maybe find something for themselves in these videos, that's for them, you know. So yeah, I'm sorry about the it being disorganized and me not uploading again. I'm sorry about that, but things are gonna change soon, because these next four months and 2 weeks, inshallah, are gonna be they're gonna be like the best weeks I've ever lived in my entire life. And I just, being in school, man, it's a completely different game. And I thought that, you know, I had my fall 2021 semester, first semester of university, and that semester was actually really cool and I liked it a lot. But this semester has been like the most work I've ever done in my entire life, by far, obviously, because like the general thing I heard from people was that the first semester of first year is the worst, and then second semester is better, and then second year is hell. But first semester was fire, and then this semester was crazy work and crazy stress. So those people just lied. Or like the courses that I'm doing, which are requirements for any science student in UFC, they are a ton of work, and you can't take them in the previous semester. That you have to do them in the current semester, and it's been hell. That's all I can say. That's all I can say to describe it. And it's my fault. Again, it's my fault for doing that and choosing that. And what made that stand out again is that this was the first time I ever like questioned my identity because of what was going on in my life. So that's where I'm at, I guess. These next 4.5 months are going to be amazing, and I'm really excited for the future and for this channel, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna upload a lot more in the month of May, June, July, August. I'm really gonna try to get out guest episodes and stuff and all these things. I just man, I'm just thinking about how far I've came as a person so far, and a student since September. It's been crazy. I feel like I've changed, but like I've changed in certain views of things, but not really like fundamentally, you know? I still kind of feel like I'm the same person, but I feel like that change, when you look back and you feel like you're a completely different person, that'll take at least 2 more years for me to feel that way. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And yeah, I was completely changing gears here. I was listening to an old episode that I made in November, and I think it's actually been 5 months on the dot from since this video was made. It's the video about women and relationships that I made in November, and I was listening to that, and because that video is like my best performing solo video after the month of August. So I went back to that to like listen to like what did I do right here? What was the thing that people gravitated towards this episode for so much? And I think it was just because it's about relationships, and that's something that people are really interested in. That's a topic that people really like, and that gets people's ears up, you know. But one of the things I said in there was like that I'll never get in a relationship because of the things I look for in a person. I don't think someone can meet all that. And just touching on that in like a really short way right now, I think I was wrong about that, but I also think I was right. So I think that eventually I will get in a relationship, and shout out to my future wife who's watching. But and I mean that as in when we're married she's gonna watch, not as if the viewer is currently watching. You know? Okay, shut up. Damn it, what was I? Crap. I forgot what I was saying, man. I got lost. Oh. So I feel like I was wrong in that sense, but I feel like I was right in the sense that, you know, when people, and this, if this triggers you, I don't care, because this is just how I am, and it applies for some things but not for all. If you have a certain belief or something that you do or something that you say, sometimes that thing can automatically make me not like you. And I don't think that's actually controversial, but let's take this example. When people say that money buys happiness, automatically I am inclined to put you into this area of people that I don't like. Which I know people, and I love people who, like I have a genuine love for people in my life, that there are people who think money buys happiness that I love. Okay, that's a good way to say it. And I think I have friends that think that way too. But when it comes to like a romantic partner, when that happens, that is a red flag to me. And there are other things in there too, but I think that every person deep down has things that they hide about themselves, obviously, and to find out about some of those things will put that potential relationship partner that I'm thinking about into that category of people that I don't like. That hopefully makes sense. So I just thought I needed to touch on that and clear myself up for how I feel about that right now. But I hope eventually that I can get in a relationship, get married, and that can be that. But one thing that I'm so against, and I know I'm just pulling this topic out of nowhere and dropping it into this mess of a video, but one thing that I really think about and that I disagree with is the idea of like arranged marriages, which if you participate, if you've done that, and if that's something that you're interested in, whatever, but just for me personally, I think that that's so wrong. I think I should make a full episode about this topic, but I think that love should be something that's just completely natural. None of this forcing stuff, none of this, oh, let me talk to your dad and your dad will set up a family meeting for us to. No. What? Like what is that? That is something in my culture that I'm really against. And if you have a problem with that, I don't care. That's how I feel. I don't agree with that at all. I think that's so wrong to try and, you know, make husband and wife from a forced meeting. Like, it's different when naturally a man and woman are, sorry, in this case I'm talking about my culture, which is normally a man and a woman, so I'm not trying to be insensitive here, but when a man and a woman naturally meet and then they have that event, which, you know, family meeting, sure, that's perfectly fine. But there's this culture there's this trend in my culture where for people who don't know, you either get your parents to contact a different family and then arrange a meeting to see if your kids will be good marriage partners. And that is so stupid. That's like one of the worst things I think like that would ever happen to me. That's so bad. That's so unnatural. That's just terrible. And I feel bad for people who don't acknowledge that or realize that that's bad. Like a real relationship of any kind is always based on a friendship deep down. And that should not be, that's not a friendship. You don't force yourself to become friends with someone unless you're trying to take advantage of them, or you know, have some ulterior motive for your friendship. That's wrong. I don't know. I'll get into that in a different episode, but that's just my quick thought on that. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. It is getting late, and it is under an hour until I have to stop eating, because it's 3:46 right now, 3:46 a.m. and around like 4:27 is when I have to stop eating. So I have 40 minutes right now to eat. So I'm gonna end this episode off here. And maybe the next episode might be across the world in a different room, or maybe I might try to squeeze in an episode, you know, within the last couple of days of the month. But yeah, I hope you are as excited as I am for the future of this channel in the coming months, because I want to do a lot with this channel and my second channel and a lot of other things. And inshallah, this is where I'm at, guys. Thank you for listening. Kind of weird episode. I kind of just talked about random stuff. I don't know. That's kind of what I do. Was it weird? I don't know. Let me know. Whatever. Yeah. I will see you in the next video.